Hey, it is high time that we start talking about summer. And when I say summer, you're probably going to do one of two things. You're going to have a smile on your face, or you're going to be like, listen, the kids are home. I don't even want to talk about it. Yeah. But I want to sprinkle some sunshine into your business and life as we gear up for summer, because we are talking all about today how to make the most out of this sunny season while keeping your business and your personal life running smoothly. So grab your favorite summery drink and let's dive in. You are listening to That Big CEO Energy, where we talk all things business, life, marriage, and push you to a new edge of discovering what that big CEO energy means for you. Listen, I understand that we have barriers that we carry from when we were once employees, and those have impacted us as we continue to build our businesses. I'm here to walk alongside you and give you encouragement through interviews with friends and other women in business who have broken down those barriers and paved their own way. Tune in with me as we uncover some of the unconscious things that we do that keep us from building that big CEO energy we've always dreamed about. Let's dive in. Summer might be synonymous with relaxation, but that doesn't necessarily mean that your business has to go on vacation too. And it doesn't necessarily mean that your business can go on vacation, right? So sometimes what we need to do is create a plan for summer. And I know it seems a little bit daunting because you're like, oh, I just work through summer and I manage with the kids and that's just my life. But what if we could get you in a position where you can have both summer with relaxation and you can still have your business operating? You probably, if you are this person who doesn't feel like there is a way out, you're probably eye rolling me right now. And that's fine. You can eye roll me. And then if you are like some other people who have already taken the time to plan ahead for summer and you have clear goals, like, thank you for doing that. And maybe you're just looking for a little bit of a different approach. So I'm going to offer you some tips today on kind of how I'm going to set up my summer and, what I'm going to do to be able to enjoy my summer. Most of the time, let's be honest, it's really about getting outside. And I have, some horse shows that are planned. I have some trips with family and stuff. And so my first tip that I can offer you is to plan ahead like a pro. Like, you have got to get it down to a science where we are taking some time to plan ahead for the summer by creating a detailed schedule of what your work commitments are going to be, what your projects are, and what your deadlines. So I like in big seasons of change, like Christmas season and summer season, I like to get with our clients and say, hey, like, what do you have planned this summer? What are, the launches that you're planning to do? What are the deadlines that we need to be able to meet so that we can set some clear goals and plan ahead for what you want to accomplish during this time and really break them down then into actionable steps and put them into a schedule that works for everyone. So when you plan ahead, you'll be able to stay on track and really make the most of your summer without truly feeling overwhelmed by having to work. And isn't that the reason why we created our businesses anyway, was that so we could, have a little bit of flexibility? But while it's important to have this plan in place, we also want to remember that it's essential to have flexibility, right? It's kind of this yes and. And one of the things is like, things don't always go according to plan, and that's okay. But we have to be willing to adapt and adjust your schedule as needed to accommodate unexpected events, kids, opportunities that come up, trips, things of that nature. And you want to give yourself kind of this flexibility that if something comes up in the summer where you want to do that, you have the margin to say yes. Right? You want to be able to have the margin to say yes to your business, but you can't do that if you already have so much planned into your day that there is no room for flexibility. So you've got to give yourself these permission to take breaks and enjoy the spontaneous adventures and soak up the sun, right? Without feeling guilty about stepping away from your work for a moment. And the third one is going to be no surprise to you. Absolutely not, which is delegate and automate. Summer is the perfect time to lighten your workload and delegate the tasks where you can. It is the time to onboard new people. It is the time to identify your business that you can outsource or automate to free up more time and space. You know, whether it's hiring another virtual assistant to handle your admin tasks, even just your email box, right? Investing in software to streamline your workflows or even outsourcing your social media, but finding ways to work smarter and not harder so that you can focus on what truly matters is an amazing way to make sure that your summer is taken care of. And maybe, just maybe, it is pressing pause on some of those things for the summer. It is letting social media know, hey, I'm going on a break and you should too. Because that is also important. And I don't think a lot of people take the time to truly enjoy what summer offers by making summer an organic place to posting on your social media. So what do I mean by that? It's getting away from your normal scheduled content, and maybe it's lightening the load by not giving yourself a deadline, right? To always be pushing out content. Maybe it's just showing up on stories all the time and not really posting something on your timeline, or, you know, giving your virtual assistant the capacity to send emails back. And if it's a fire 911, like, you will have a workflow that, what does she do with that, right? But you've got to create some sort of like automation and delegation for the summer so that you can at least, even if you're not going anywhere, at the very least, you are stepping away from the mental load that otherwise comes at every other month of the year. But when you create boundaries around your time, which is my number 4 tip, just because it's summer doesn't mean you have to be available 24/7, right? It doesn't mean that you're not able to set boundaries on your work hours and stick to them, but it does mean that you can designate specific times for work and for play, and you need to communicate that availability to clients and colleagues and family members. But one of the things is you have to make time for activities that truly bring you joy and rejuvenate your spirit, because when summer comes, if you live in like a true 4-season state, let me tell you, seasonal affective disorder is real, and it is affecting more and more people, especially those that work inside their home. So if you're stuck inside all summer, if you're stuck inside all fall, if you're stuck inside all spring and winter, you're just inside all the time. And wouldn't it be nice to just get outside and enjoy the outdoors, right? Or just simply lounging in your chair and out in the driveway and reading a good book. You know, like those little pockets of peace that I call them are worth you delegating. Is it not? But my 5th tip for you is to like practice this self-care daily, right? Don't just like, oh, once a week, I'm going to take myself on a date and I'm going to do the things, but make self-care a non-negotiable as part of your summer routine. Make time for the activities that nourish your mind, your body, and your soul, whether it's exercising outdoors, going for a walk, taking your dogs for a walk, meditating in the morning sun, just simply stepping outside your door for 10 minutes and pointing your face to the sun is so worth it. But so is a spa day. Right? Remember that when you're taking care of yourself, it isn't selfish. It is essential to maintaining your health and well-being so that you can show up as your best self in both your business and your personal life, right? I want you to remember that when you do these 5 things and when you set yourself up to have the best summer, you walk into fall and winter feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, not resentful, because you've spent that time away. And I would encourage you to think about it in such a way that when you remove yourself from being so immersed in your business 24/7, 7 days a week, all of the time, and you give yourself and a brain able to decompress and able to shift focus and put thought and process into doing something that you don't do every day. What it does is it creates the creative zone that is your zone of genius as a business owner to be able to show up in your business that much better, to be able to love on your clients that much more, to be able to create different service offerings or give yourself a peace of mind somewhere else, right? You can't do that if you don't physically and mentally remove yourself from what you have going on your day-to-day. And what better time to do that than doing it during summer? So there you have it, right? 5 tips for just setting up your business and life for a smooth transition into summer. You're going to plan ahead like a pro, right? It's only May, so you can do it. Embrace the flexibility. Delegate and automate. I say that with authority. Create boundaries around your time. And then finally, practice the self-care daily. And with these strategies in place, you'll be able to savor every moment of summer while still rocking your business like a gosh dang boss. Thank you for tuning in, my friends. I hope that you spend this summer with so much love, and I hope that you just let the sunshine beat on you because you are so worth it. Thanks for tuning into the show today. If you heard something that helped you, I would love it if you would leave a review and share it with your friends. This helps more people just like you become inspired to move the needle of their big CEO energy into a positive direction. If you would like to learn more about how I can help you streamline and position your business for growth or lead your business as a CEO, feel free to jump into the show notes with all of the links to find me. And don't forget to head over to Instagram so we can be pals.